Donald Trump, America's self-proclaimed greatest dealmaker, is at it again. This time, the stakes aren't luxury condos, reality TV ratings, or taxpayer-funded golf excursions. Nope, this is about actual disaster relief, helping thousands of Californians whose homes and communities have been ravaged by wildfires. And what's Trump's bold, brilliant strategy for offering aid? Holding it hostage, of course. Yes, the former president-turned-frequent Fox News caller has decided that before California can get the federal assistance it desperately needs, the state must first bend the knee. His conditions? Fix the water policies, which he fundamentally does not understand, and implement voter ID laws because nothing says fire recovery like disenfranchisement. I alone can fix it, but first let's talk voter suppression. Trump's visit to Los Angeles was preceded by his now classic move, a rambling, grievance-filled interview on Fox News, where he assured his pal Sean Hannity that he was swooping in to save the day. I'm stopping in North Carolina first because those people were treated very badly by Democrats, Trump announced, presumably unaware that the governor of North Carolina is a Democrat. After all, in Trump's world, hurricanes and wildfires aren't just natural disasters. They're political opportunities. And what does Trump think LA needs in the wake of the Eaton fire's destruction? Fire suppression? Climate resilience? Housing relief? Nope. The real problem, according to the former president, is voter fraud. I want to see two things in Los Angeles, Trump declared, as if reading a ransom note to California. Voter ID, so that the people have a chance to vote, and I want to see the water be released and come down into Los Angeles and the state. Those are the two things. One might think that helping displaced residents would be the priority here. But in Trump's mind, disaster relief should come with conditions, preferably ones that advance his political agenda. Water wars, Trump versus science. Trump's obsession with California's water policies dates back to his first term when he discovered the Delta smelt, a small endangered fish that he bizarrely decided was the reason for all of California's water woes. Forget climate change, forget years of drought, forget that water rights in the West are a complex legal labyrinth. Trump's convinced that if the smelt were gone, LA would be drowning in fresh, clean water. California officials, including experts in water management, have repeatedly corrected Trump's nonsense, explaining that the regulations protecting the Delta smelt have almost no impact on Los Angeles's water supply. In fact, even at their strictest under the Obama administration, those protections only accounted for about 1.2% of additional outflow. But when has Trump ever let facts get in the way of a good rant? I don't think we should give California anything until they let water flow down, Trump huffed, as if he were Zeus, deciding when and where the rain should fall. Of course, Trump has never been one for nuance. He doesn't do policy, he does talking points. And in this case, he's weaponizing disaster aid to push an agenda based on misinformation and bad science. Governor Newsom versus The Apprentice. California Governor Gavin Newsom, a man who has had to deal with Trump's tantrums for years, responded with what can only be described as restrained exhaustion. I'll be at the airport to welcome the president, Newsom told reporters, in the same way one might say, I'll be at the DMV to renew my license. You can almost hear the sigh in his voice. For Newsom, Trump's visit is just another episode in a long-running feud where the former president blames California's wildfires on everything except the actual causes. During his time in office, Trump famously suggested that the state's forests needed to be raked, because that's how it works in Finland, according to a totally not made-up conversation he once had. Never mind that the majority of California's forest land is federally owned. And now, Trump is back with the same tired playbook. Attack the Democratic leadership, ignore the science, and make demands that have nothing to do with the crisis at hand. The Fix Our Forests Act, an actual solution that Trump will probably ignore. While Trump continues his blame game, actual lawmakers are trying to do something productive. On Thursday, the House passed the Fix Our Forests Act, a bipartisan effort aimed at improving wildfire prevention and recovery efforts. The bill includes provisions to ensure fire departments get reimbursed faster, improve fire prediction, and streamline forest management processes. All things that could actually help prevent disasters like the Eaton fire from becoming more frequent. But of course, Trump has no interest in supporting meaningful legislation unless he can slap his name on it. After all, why back a well-thought-out policy when you can just show up, take a few photos, and ramble about voter fraud? Disaster relief shouldn't be a bargaining chip. At the end of the day, the people of California need help, not ultimatums. They don't need conspiracy theories about voter ID, and they certainly don't need Trump's faux populist grandstanding. What they need is federal assistance, competent leadership, and policies rooted in reality, not whatever fever dream Trump cooked up while watching cable news. But this is Trump we're talking about. Everything is a transaction, and everything is about him. So while Californians rebuild their lives, Trump will be busy doing what he does best, making it all about his grievances, his politics, and his endless, exhausting need for attention. Perhaps instead of holding aid hostage over nonsensical demands, he could simply do what any decent leader would do: help people in need. But then again, that wouldn't make for great TV, would it?